understand why we created this theme, you have to just go back a bit in history and note that the story of NIIT is a story of a string of innovation. You saw that in the first imagery, where we talked about being the first to use technology in learning, being the first to try franchising in education, being the first to create ideas like IFBI, being the first to build an Imperia model with synchronous learning. So the learning business, for instance, is full maybe of dozens of innovations from history. And each of those innovations really was an answer to some question that some NIITian said, why not to? The same is true of software. We built a methodology called CRISPlan. That was an innovation to help young, inexperienced MBAs to do very high quality consulting work. Arvind created that in 1986. We became the first one to introduce a number of methodologies into the country, the 4th generation languages, structured methodology, and we innovated on a number of fronts. We became the first one to use an offsite. They have the telecom connection when we did our Sears project, almost the first one with a dedicated link. And then we went public, we raised money for the software factory, the first time the term was used in the country. And of course, you did hear Bhaskar talk about Insight and Knowledge Portal and Matrix. And once again, therefore, a series of innovations, each of them being a response to some question that some NIITian asked in the context of why not. So when we look at the history of NIIT, it's a history of a series of organizational innovations. Last year, the theme we had for the 25th year, and that was the annual day, was Be More Ambitious, directed at each one of us. And therefore, this year we thought we should find a way which helps each and every NIITian become more ambitious and implement that ambition, and therefore create growth for themselves and for the company. And I think the one way by which we can create new ambitions and implement new ambitions is by challenging ourselves continuously. Challenging ourselves in every meeting, every minute of the waking day, right in the morning, during daytime, and challenging ourselves with the question, why not, whenever we are confronted with a problem. And if you get into the habit of why not, then you'll identify problems that others haven't solved. You'll get to finding innovative solutions to solve them. And that will create an organization which is just, ripe and vibrant with innovation.